Pokemon has seen 6 unique regions so far in its 20 years that it's been around. All 6 regions have been based off real-world locations. Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are all based off Japan. Unova is based off the United States, and Chalice is based off France. There are still many places in our world Game Freak could choose as an inspiration. And in this series, I'll pick a part of the real world and reimagine it as a Pokemon region. And in this episode, as suggested by Fusro, I will be reimagining Transylvania and all of Romania as a Pokemon region. In the far eastern part of Europe, nestled in dark forests and in ancient mountains, rests the country of Romania, a country that has seen many parts of the world's history. It was ruled by Indo-European tribes and then by the Romans. It is the largest country in southeastern Europe with a vastly varying landscape and animal life that would be rich for interpretation for the Pokemon region. The mighty Danube River flows through the southern part of the country, acting as a natural border between Romania and Bulgaria. But that isn't the only body of water worth mentioning. High in the Romanian part of the Carpathian mountain range is the Perang Mountain, and at its base is the blue waters of Lake Galbanu. It's a picturesque landscape, the perfect example of a European countryside. Also part of the Carpathian mountain range is the Transylvanian Plateau, a very wondrous part of the mountains that has a unique look compared to the other parts of the country. I could see an entire city in a Pokemon game huddled in this area, possible home to a ground or rock-type gym leader. And then I have a fourth location to showcase for this region. Every Pokemon game has a forest. It's part of the game. But Romania plays home to the Hoya Forest, one of the most haunted forests in the world. It's filled with twisted, strange trees that just feel so alien. It would be a great addition to a Pokemon game and a great way to get new ghost types added to the Pokemon world. Now, speaking of Pokemon, it's time to take a peek at the wildlife this wondrous country has to offer. Let's start off with the hoopoe, a colorful bird that is across Africa and Eurasia, including Romania. It's one of the real-world animals that has the look and color variation that would translate well into a Pokemon. The crest on its head can actually flare up like a crown. Next we have the chamois. They are a unique mountain goat that closely resembles the antelope. They are great climbers, as are all mountain goats, and would make a great addition to the Pokemon family as a little rock-type Pokemon. I mean, it's just a cutie to begin with. And last we have the Eurasian Wolf, or just known as the common wolf. They are a very beautiful creature that is one of the oldest creatures in the European area. Like I said in the Canada video, we are in need of a proper wolf Pokemon. But this one wouldn't be an ice type. I would want this to be a dark type, and it would evolve into a bipedal werewolf-esque dark fighting type Pokemon that would have a sweet and badass design. Now finally I want to talk about some history and mythology of Romania. Romania has one of my favorite things I tend to always mention in all these videos. But they have ruins, which every Pokemon game needs. The image on screen now are of Roman ruins, but it's not the Roman ruins I want to talk about. Though this isn't a ruin, it's still something old and filled with a dark history. This is Bronze Castle, better known as Dracula's Castle, which leads me to this. Vlad Dracul was one of the cruelest rulers in all of history, earning the name Vlad the Impaler. His savagery would be the base for the legendary Pokemon of this region. But this wouldn't be a human-like Pokemon. This will be the first time in the Where in the World videos in which I do not choose a legendary Pokemon from an existing source, but I create a unique creature with many different bases. We have Vlad as the start of this base, but not the man, the myth created from the man, a vampire. But now, let's add a little bit of a bat to the mix. Specifically, 2 different species of bat. The vampire bat would be a no-brainer, but I want to include the giant golden-crowned flying fox to this. This cutie is the largest bat in the world and have been hunted to near extinction. They have a wingspan of over 5 feet. Now let's mix all these things together and get what would be the legendary of this region. This is a creation of my own doing, my own drawing of this legendary beast. In my imagination, it would be a dark and poison type Pokemon, with access to some flying type moves since it would be able to fly as well. Maybe it could even have the levitate as its ability. Now, the colors I chose because of Vlad. the dark reds, the muddy browns, the shape of the whole thing looking cruel. Then I added the vampire bat's nose, along with its ears as its horns. The inspiration for the flying fox is in the long arms for the wings, as well as the snout of the bat itself. This is just a concept for what this creature could look like. I am not the greatest at coming up with original Pokemon, obviously, but I just wanted to give you a little look inside my head to see what I was thinking for this legendary. This has been episode 5 of Where in the World. This is honestly my favorite video series to make. I feel like the Travel Channel or Discovery Channel doing these videos. In the next episode we'll be reimagining Greece as a Pokemon region, and I know that will be a great one to do, filled with great Pokemon. So as always, leave your suggestions down below, because these videos couldn't exist without your guys' help. And like always, if I use your suggestion, I will mention you in a video as thanks. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and follow me on Twitter for updates on anything and everything Pokemon, as well as to know when all my videos go live. The link to my Twitter is in the description of every video. And as always, this has been Black Phoenix. Thanks for watching.